We are live.
Welcome, everyone. I am Rock Newman, and you are tuned into the Rock Newman Show 2.0. This is a bit of an emergency pop-up show that we're doing, and I want to explain why. Um, First, let me give you a little bit of background. I did a post on Facebook the other day that said, "I am the most literal person that I know." And I say it because I believe it. Oh man, if I say, I'm going to meet you somewhere at 2 o'clock, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'm there.
Yes.
And if I tell you that I just try to be a person of my word as much as I possibly can. And frankly, I get annoyed when people are late. And if you say, hey, I'm going to call you back, to me, that means you're going to call back. If I tell someone I'm going to call them back, that means I'm going to call them back. So I'm a very, very literal person. I talked about that. And I did a little humor with it because I said, my older brothers, I have 5 older brothers, and they tormented me about the boogeyman. It said, if you don't behave yourself, the boogeyman is going to get you. Well, being so literal, I just knew that the boogeyman was true, and it scared me to death for several years until I caught on. So I want to give you that explanation about me being such a literal person. So why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because there are times when the Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan, who is obviously going to be with us here today, Nate will make a statement, will make a claim. He's a voracious reader and a researcher, but sometimes he will make a claim, he'll make a statement, and I will just say, okay, I hear it. I'm digesting it. Some people might say that he's might be prone to conspiracy. I didn't say that. I just try to stay very balanced. And one day, let's see, I think it was yesterday or the day before, he made a statement about, and this was something he had repeated. He talked about his research is indicating to him that the COVID-19 virus that we had, that there is another strong variant that he's expecting. And I just heard him, and after that, I talked to someone, interestingly enough, a good friend who contracted COVID. And I mean, literally, like a few hours after I talked to Nate, I had a conversation with this person, and he was telling me that he got COVID. He got it from his wife, who had attended an event. And the next time I opened my phone, there was a news flash, and the news flash said BA.2.86 subvariant potentially better at causing breakthrough infections, according not to Nathaniel Jordan, the Minister of Wellness, but according to the Center for Disease Control in the U.S. I'll read the first paragraph. The recently detected BA.2.86 COVID-19 subvariant may be more capable of causing infections in people who previously contracted the virus or have been vaccinated, according to risk assessment from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. Though it remains unclear if this strain causes more severe illness than others. There's a first detected last month, around the time Nate started talking about there being a variant coming forth. Already a handful of infections caused by BA.2.86 have been reported in the US, Denmark, South Africa, the UK, and Israel. Now, the reason why I'm saying we're doing this as a bit of an emergency update is because what I trust Nathaniel Jordan. He has been right on point with so much that I was skeptical of. And it was almost like, the several times that he's talked about this coming virus, all of this coming forth, this information coming forth, is like he's Nostradamus or Dick Gregory. I mean, because a lot of people thought a lot of things Greg was saying was conspiracy. Some of them may have been, but my God, how many times was he right? So Nate and I talked. I sent him this article. He didn't. I sent him this article, and he was like, "Brother Rock, if you can, man, let's think about giving a warning to our viewers, to our listeners, about what this is and what they should be doing." I can tell you right now, we normally go about an hour with our shows. This one won't be an hour, but I wanted to get right to the point.
Yeah.
Nate, to the extent that you can,
yes,
if you can explain after reading this and what it is you've been saying and why you've been saying that we need to protect ourselves, I'll just turn the floor over to you, Nathaniel Jordan, the Minister of Wellness. Welcome again to the Rock Newman Show 2.0.
All right. Thank you, Brother Rock. Brothers and sisters, you all know what to do. Again, we're not going to hold you all for a whole hour. This is an emergency broadcast. And so we need all 220 of you all to do 3 things to help this information get out. We need you to hit the like button because that helps the video go viral. Hit the like button. We also need you to share. If you know anybody whose immune system is not ready for a deadly virus, share the video. So come on, brothers and sisters. That means anybody watching now or after, because every last one of you knows somebody that's not ready for the dark winter 2023. So that means they need to hear this information because I'm about to give you solutions. So go ahead and share, like, share. And if you have not, subscribe to the Rock Newman Show 2.0. Subscribe to the Rock Newman Show 2.0. So I've been warning for the last few months that this nation, we have gotten too comfortable. We got too comfortable. Okay. COVID came out. It did what it did. It locked down the whole world. The focus should have been on helping people strengthen their immune system and reversing comorbidities. That focus never came. And so now we see that millions, not only were millions of people losing their jobs, businesses destroyed, but we also know that their solution has ended up being far deadlier than what they claimed what was actually causing the lockdowns. And so what my warning has been the entire time, Brother Rock, is that if we did not focus on the root cause of what causes deadly pandemics to happen in the first place, eventually another bioweapon will come that is deadly enough to kill more than just the very sick, to where even if you are not older with several comorbidities, if your immune system isn't operating on as strong of a level as possible, which I'm going to explain to you how to do that, you are not going to survive. So therefore, this is just one of many reports that we have that's coming out now. And that's not the only report. We already have schools that are closing. Lockdowns are already being discussed. My reports are telling me that lockdowns are coming sometime at the end of September, mid-October. And so we see already where this report of a school district that's already canceling classes because they're already preparing for the spike that's coming, especially during the winter. And then we also already have reports of mask mandates that are coming. And my resources are resources that I won't state by name, but they're inside resources that are right there in the heart of it. that these things are being seriously discussed. Also, it's not just a COVID subvariant that we have to worry about. I have tried to warn you, black folk, that there are trillions and trillions of viruses in the atmosphere that at any time can become virulent or /weaponized and can come forth and cause a pandemic. So I'm hearing names like the Marburg virus. The Marburg virus has a 50% kill rate. I've been talking about a combination of the bird flu and HIV and the coronavirus, or a mutated version of coronavirus. Again, is your immune system strong enough to handle what's coming? And so what I have been stating now, the official reports are starting to come to you all. And so now I am at an even more heightened sense of emergency to get this information out to us, because brothers and sisters, if you are watching us right now and you have some type of disease that contributes to weakening your immune system, that what they are trying to ensure is that this time you will not survive unless you are the strongest of the strongest. And so therefore their draconian methods will have you in such a state of fear that you will do anything that they tell you to do in hopes that it will help save you. And I'm here to tell you that the only thing that can prepare your body to fight against something that is of nature, because it doesn't matter how much is manipulated, a virus still comes from nature. So the only nature can go against nature. And the only thing that can strengthen your immune system from Marburg, bird flu, mutated COVID, and the only thing that can release you from fear and have you in a state of peace no matter what is coming in the next 4 to 8 weeks is if your immune system is strong based on God's definition of a strong immunity. And so there's a few things that you all need to be aware of that I asked Brother Rocket. I thank him very much for allowing me to come on to sound the trumpet of warning. And so there's a few things, brothers and sisters, that you need to do to start prepping yourself now for what's about to come. The first thing is that me and Brother Rock for the last 10 weeks now, it's almost 10 weeks now, we have been stating each and every week the importance of coming September the 16th. And now, brothers and sisters, it's looking like my fears are true, that this may be the last opportunity we can join together. And so, excuse me, Brother Rock, I definitely try very careful not to sound too outlandish, but I am declaring that based on the times we're living in, I believe that this is more important than the Million Man March, because this is about our health, and this is about our direct ability to live. The goals of the magnificent Million Man March and all of these other marches, though no goal of any other march or protest can be accomplished if you're being wiped out from a weakened immune system.
Yeah.
And so September the 16th, you must come. You must come, brothers and sisters, because this may be it. And it's not just only to come so that I can teach you, because I'm going to go over information that I can't dare go over here about how to protect yourself, but also to come out and meet and make connections with other Black people, so that when the lockdowns come, you will have a community and other friends and so forth that you met here in Washington, D.C., because one of the worst aspects of the lockdowns, it can create isolation and loneliness, and the powers to be knows that loneliness and isolation can help weaken the immune system.
Hey, Nate, if I can piggyback on that, So what we've been doing, what I've been doing naturally, is making contact with medical practitioners in the area, in the DMV, in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And we have really developed a team of practitioners who are from the medical profession, who understand that so much of the way that traditional medicine is practiced, that they are doing, proudly doing alternative kind of work. They will be on site on September the 16th at Union Temple Baptist Church to do blood testing, to do prostate testing, to do take your blood pressure. They will have, I can't even remember all that are coming, but it is a multitude of them that we're going to be providing for you. It is free. It is free to come to the health fair and seminar. I'm actually engaged right now with a couple of different entities that are suggesting that they may be able to support us. Look, don't hold me to it because it's not complete yet.
Yes.
But what we're even trying to do is to get some fresh fruits, fresh vegetables,
yes,
plant-based food that you can take home. So, we are trying to do our part. We are serious about you trying to remove some of the maladies that you have. And, to come out and to hear Nathaniel's incredible research, his communication would have been some highly respected medical practitioners and healers outside of the hospitals. You are going to hear a very important revolutionary message. And I say revolutionary message. And that this particular revolution, one thing I want to tell you, it will not be televised. You got to come see us. Come see us at Union Temple, Washington, D.C., Southeast Washington, on September the 16th. There is the delivery, the information is something that you need. And as Nate said, meet other people. Meet other people who may have whatever kind of issues that you have. Yes. Meet them. Also be able to meet other medical professionals. Nate has been very transparent. He does not have a medical degree like Malcolm X didn't have any kind of a degree from a college, but shared with us some of the most important information that we've ever heard in our lives. Nathaniel Jordan is doing just that. This is a new path that is being blazed by a preacher, by a minister, the minister of wellness. And I want you to be able to hear, understand, and share with those that you love the information that is going to be given out on September the 16th.
Nate? The ministerofwellness.com under seminars, brothers and sisters, please like and share. This might be it. This may be the last time we can join. Get out of your homes, brother. We're not live streaming. Me and Elder Brother Rock Newman are already in agreement. We're not live streaming. We're not televised. You need to come because lockdowns are already being initiated. Mass mandates are coming. Draconian methods are coming back, brothers and sisters. You thought they were just going to let you go back to normal. You really thought that our enemies and oppressors are going to let you go back to normal. No. So come on out, get your tickets, get a notebook, come hungry. There'll be plenty of food for you to eat to support the sister. All praises to Urban One Radio under the great legendary Kathy Hughes for being our radio partner. Come on out, brothers and sisters. That's the first thing that you need to do because knowledge is power. Your ability to survive a virus, first of all, they just like they've done with cancer, they terrified you about a virus. They act like that a virus just comes out of nowhere, come in your body, and that again, that God was, you know, evil in making our bodies deficient to where we just have no way of surviving against natural attacks. So a virus is an infection agent. It's the most prolific and found in almost all life forms. Look at that second line. It is the most prolific and found in almost all life forms. What I'm saying, Brother Rock, is that there's trillions of viruses. There are viruses all around us now. There are viruses living in us right now. And these viruses can only replicate inside of living cells of organisms. So again, there's trillions of viruses. Why do some viruses come inside of us, replicate, and kill us? Why? What is supposed to be the checks and balances for a virus? Well, it's the same that's supposed to provide a check and balances because see, the viruses infect the whole cells to reproduce. They can learn to adapt to immune responses, and they are much more difficult to treat than bacteria. Well, there is a system, there is a way that God gave us to ensure that we can live a long life in excellent health. If you want to live free from fear of what you're looking on the screen, just as I discussed with cancer, then your power relies in the ability of your immune system. And the immune system, as you can see on the screen, which is the military for the body, is pretty much the same thing as the lymphatic system, which I have a video on. But these different components of the body is what makes up our immune system. This is your military right here. The strength of these organs, of the strength of the lymphatic system, the thymus, your skin, the bone marrow, this right here is what determines whether a virus has the strength to overtake you or whether the immune system recognizes it and shuts it down. Now, just like with cancer, brother, right? Remember, this is deja vu with cancer. I'm telling you, cancer and viruses are not that different, but they have been stoked in mysticism, and I am sick and tired of it. The $1 million question is, Brother Rock, what gives the immune system the ability to stop the virus from taking over and killing you? Are we just hopeless? Were we born deficient of a syringe? No. What determines how strong your tonsils are, your lymph nodes are, your spleen, your lymphatic vessels, your skin, this is critically dependent on how you eat and how you live. If you overload if you do not give your innate and adaptive military the weapons it needs to fight, then the enemy overtakes it. And then contrary, but if you give it what it needs, then it will have the strength to fight. So, are we giving our immune system what it needs to stay strong? No, because this is the trash that we're addicted to. This is what we're addicted to. Immunity destroying satanic American diet. If they really cared about protecting us against the next pandemic, if they really cared about not locking down the world, ban this garbage. This should be illegal. There should be a mandate by our leading health officials that until we get past this pandemic, it is illegal to serve foods that are known to weaken the immune system. And if it is going to be served, Brother Rock, it should be a black box warning, just like it is on smoking cigarettes. But you know what? Look how evil this nation is, Brother Rock. You know it took hundreds of years for the tobacco industry to finally collapse to where they have that black box warning. They were so powerful that they had their own made up science. They had their own shields. They even were paying doctors to promote the heart healthy benefits of smoking cigarettes.
And bought and paid for politicians who they wanted to vote a particular way, and they funded them. And those politicians for all those decades, man, all those centuries, turned the blind eye and allowed our nation to be consumed with cigarettes, people dying off all the time, where there was irrefutable proof that smoking caused cancer and that would take you out. So heed this warning, ladies and gentlemen, as you tune in here. Please, again, yeah, share this video, share this information with your family and with your friends, and make a point to come see us on the on September the 16th in Washington D.C. to hear this, just what I'm going to call an invaluable message from the Minister of Wellness, who is taking a leadership role in trying to communicate to you what is perhaps the most important thing that you can hear, and that is how you can be healthy and how you can stave off some of these maladies and some of these diseases, and which, as I said at the outset, I was a tad suspicious of. And the more and more that Nate has talked about it, the more I've kind of looked, and stuff is starting to fall in my lap from quote unquote, from quote, the authorities, unquote, that are having to acknowledge and having to admit that these things are happening. I'm reading some of the way, the semantics, how they write some of this. They want to give you the information, but they don't want you to be alarmed. And I think you should be alarmed and do everything you can to prepare your armor. Nate was talking about the military. And of course, what he was talking about was the military of your body that fights off that fights off disease, and how to develop this military to be a powerful instrument to fight off the enemy of the viruses that are anticipated to come forth.
And we're going to, as we wrap up, family, because we're going to go into great detail. I get passionate real quick, and I can't go into my full sermon. You need to come out September 16th, but this is your only hope right here. So we were here coming, brothers and sisters, to warn you, me and Brother Rock, because he has confirmed what I have been stating, that I am positive, brothers and sisters, that this may very well be one of the last times that we can gather together. Okay, mass mandates are already coming back. The TIA that works with the airlines, or whatever their name is, they're already planning to bring back mandates to make it to where you can have a felony if you don't have your mask on. They're already threatening with sub variants, but there are deadly variants that's coming. Schools are already closing. We know what the Biden administration is going to push you to do. Brothers and sisters, none of that stuff has worked or will work. And September 16th, that's the first step to getting your system together. Again, the ministerofwellness.com health seminar. There's a few other things, brothers and sisters, before we close, that I want to encourage each and every last one of you all to do. If you have any comorbidities, if you're watching this and you're overweight, you have high blood pressure, which causes a weakened immune system, diabetes, chronic inflammation, I have created a Black Health Disparities package that will help you, along with going on your fruit fasting, which you can learn more about at the Minister of Wellness YouTube channel. But the Black Health Disparities package gives you my 5 best sellers for half off the total cost. And for this weekend, the final weekend in August, I'm having store-wide free shipping. So 50% off plus free shipping. Free shipping has been initiated throughout my entire store because I'm serious about making sure you all have everything that you need to get healthy. So go to the ministerofwellness.com and get this package if there is a disease that you need to reverse, or you know someone who has one of these conditions. Also, even more importantly, this is the third, the next element of preparing your immune system. This is arguably the most important package that I have. It's called the Immune Support Emergency Stash. In my immune support herbal extract, it contains a very, very powerful herb for the immune system called astragalus, among others. At the height of the pandemic, I could not keep these in stock. So I'm warning you, brothers and sisters, before the masses eat this up in panic, get your 7 bottles. Is 50% off. Again, for the last weekend, starting now, I have initiated free shipping. theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. And then again, of course, vitamin D3 with K2 is important. Again, so store-wide free shipping. Get your immune support emergency stash, the Black Health Disparities package. And again, be prepared to come on out to the Black Health Revolution, September the 16th. Like, share, subscribe to the Rock Newman Show. This was our emergency warning that the dark winter is coming, and we may be meeting together for the final time before they force us back on the computers for September the 16th.
Folks, I hope that you appreciate what we're trying to do. I'm not even necessarily saying enjoy. I'm just saying appreciate, because in tough times, tough measures need to be taken. And I just thought that it was important enough from what my initial mission was to even do a broadcast. When I started 10 years ago, it was to speak truth to power unapologetically and to do all that I could to help improve our community across the board. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you with good health and long life. And I'll see you September the 16th in Washington, D.C. at Union Temple Baptist Church. Go in peace.
God bless, brothers and sisters. It won't be live streamed. Come on out. We'll see you all in a few weeks.